Culture is one of the important aspects of Philippine architecture. The Philippines exhibits aspects found in other Asian countries with Malay heritage. Culture also displayed a significant number of Spanish and American influences. Traditional festivals known as Barrio Fiesta commemorate the feast days of patron saints. These communities celebrates time for feasting, music, and dancing. We also have the Ati-Atihan, Moriones, Sinulog festivals. Some traditions, however, are changing gradually and being forgotten due to modernization. It's a good thing that we have the so-called the Bayanihan, Philippine National Folk Dance Company. No? With this group, dito natin naalala yung mga traditional folks, dances, no? um, like the tinikling, singkil, and so on. One of the most visible Hispanic legacies is the prevalence of Spanish names and surnames among Filipinos. The Spanish name and surnames, however, does not necessarily denote Spanish ancestries. The common use of the English language is also an example of American impact in Philippine society. It has contributed to the ready acceptance and influence of American pop cultural trends. Filipinos love fast food. Dito natin nakuha sa Amerika yung tinatawag na fast food. It's a good thing that we have also the so-called local fast food like Goldilocks and Jollibee. For the arts and literature, the Spaniards has left a great contributions to the Philippine architecture in the way many towns were designed around a central square or plazas mayor. Unfortunately, these buildings, churches, were demolished and destroyed during the World War II. Mainly among the country's churches, government buildings, and universities, we have four Philippine Baroque churches that are included in the list of the so-called UNESCO World Heritage Site. These are the San Agustin Church in Manila, the Pauay Church in Ilocos Norte, the Nuestra Senora de la Asunción, and of course the Santo Tomas de Villanueva Church in Iloilo. The American occupations in 1898 introduced a new breed of architecture structures in the Philippines. These lead to the constructions of government buildings and the Art Deco chatters. During the American period, some semblance of city planning using the architectural designs and master plan by Daniel Burnham was done in the portions of the city of Manila. Part of Burnham's plan was the construction of government buildings that resembles Greek and neoclassical architecture. In Iloilo, a lot of the colonial edifices constructed during the American occupations in the country can still be seen. Commercial buildings, houses, and churches in that era are abundant in the city and especially in Calle Real. Pottery and weaving are among the very first art forms showcasing Filipino artistic designs and are evident from cave dwellings all over the country. Early Philippine sculptures is characterized by frontal nudity. One of the earliest form is the Baloros by the Ifugaos, or by the Ifugao people, which serves as an assurance for bounty harvest. Paintings of early modernist painters such as Damian Domingo often still has religious associations, but the art of Juan Luna and Felix Hidalgo showed a trend towards political statement.
Before the Spanish came here in the Philippines, we already have our own political system. We have our own barangays, wherein each barangays, or the main purpose of barangays, is to have a protection against a common enemy. Bawat barangay ay may sariling leader. Ang tawag naman dyan ay datu. Sa ibang places, ang tawag nila ay raha, sultan, or haji. The main responsibility of an executive officer or chief executive is yung magbigay ng batas. Siya rin yung namumuno ng kanyang tao. No? And every datu or every leader has its own consultants. Ang consultants nila noon is yung mga nakakatanda sa kanila. No? The elderlies. Ang tawag naman noon is maginoos. No? Yung natutunan natin sa Alabing Palipunan that merong social classes in barangays. No? There are four classes, namely the nobility, means Maharlika, where the Datu belongs, of course, and of course we also have the freeman or Timawa, the serf or Aliping namamahay, or the slaves, which is Aliping Sagigili. During those times, meron ng batas no, na naisasagawa or pinatutupad. No? We have um, written and unwritten laws. No? The written laws were promulgated by Tatus, and there are two written codes in the pre-Spanish era, and these are the Maragtas Code and the Calantiao Code. The slide shows the political transitions from the Spanish, um, to American, and the Japanese. My previous slide shows that the barangays was headed by Datu, but during the Spanish era, it was headed by Gobernador Silio, or also known as the captain. Okay. Then, of course, we have the so-called um, the Katipunan government. The Katipunan government was organized by Andres Bonifacio. Ito yung word na naalala ko. Punitin ang sedula. Okay? The central government of the Katipunan was vested in the Supreme Council, also known as Kataas-Taasang Sanggunian. In each province, there's also a provincial council known as Sangguniang Balangay. They also have the Popular Council, also known as Sangguniang Bayan. Okay. The Biak na Bato Republic, the Biak na Bato Republic was started November 1 of 1897. It was established by General Aguinaldo. It had a constitution which was to take effect for 2 years only. All right. Then the dictatorial government. Following the outbreak of Spanish-American War on April 25, 1898, General Aguinaldo, in view of the chaotic conditions in the country, established the dictatorial government on May 24, 1898. Okay. During the American occupations, dito yung pumapasok yung tinatawag natin na military government. The American military rule in the Philippines began on April 4, 1898, the day after they captured Manila. Okay, right. Next is, of course, the civil government pursuant to the so-called Spooner Amendment. The Army Appropriation Act passes the U.S. Congress on March 3, 1901. Okay. Then we have the civil government. The civil government's position was created in October 29, 1901. The civil governor also exercised legislative power. He remained as the president of the Philippine Commissions. Okay. Then we have the Commonwealth government of the Philippines. This was led by, of course, Manuel L. Quezon and Sergio Osmeña as the president and the vice president of the Philippines. Then the last is, of course, Japanese occupations of the Philippines. It was established in Manila on January 3, 1942, one day after its occupation. Under a proclamation issued by the Japanese High Command, the sovereignty of the United States of the Philippines was declared terminated. Okay, okay. The Philippines is a tropical country with 55% of its land area is covered with forest. We have an abundance of wood. We have 3,800 species for wood, and we all know that wood is being used now in constructions and buildings, furniture makings, and even in carving and utensils and in used utensils. For construction purposes, the following type of wood are in great demand. We have ipil-ipil, we have mulave, yakal, giho, apitong, tangile. We also have kamagong. One of the most popular wood is, of course, nara. Nara is referred to be the queen, the Philippine tree. Maraming pangalan ang nara, no? In Tagalog, it is called azana. In Ilocos, dungon. In Luzon region, it is palit. In Visayas and in Palawan, ang tawag ng nara is nega. In southern province, it is called pitali. We also have kamagong. Kamagong is also known as the Philippine ebony. Kamagong is a wood unique to the country, ideal for small decorative pieces and combat tools like harness, sticks, and eskrima. Here's an example of wood showing the differences from colors to wood grains. Left to right, we have, of course, kamagong, dungon, ipil, dao, tindalo, mulave, giho, nara, langka, saplungan, and yakal. Okay. We have here mulave. Mulave is one of the hardest local wood. Mulave has fine textures that make it smooth to touch. It has no distinct odor. Mulave is being used for window frame, shipbuilding, structural posts, railroad tracks, and other applications. We also have Nara. You know what? Nara ay medyo mahirap no, hanapin. Lalo na for if you're going to specify this. Merong iba no, na talagang shinishift siya or pinapadala, pinabalutan ng kumot, nilalagay sa ilalim ng sasakyan kasi nga very illegal talaga. Hindi lang naman yung Nara, no? But then almost the rest of the species. But etong Nara kasi is usually or halos karamihan, no? Ginagamit siya dahil maganda yung quality, matibay. And at the same time, yung kanyang odor medyo masarap amuyin, no? So Nara is the very popular tropical wood. Has tone that range from yellow to red, and Nara is ideal for furnishing floor planks, wood panels. When you say floor planks, these varies in sizes. You have half inch or 1 inch, depending on your specifications. We have here tangile and yakal. Tangile is a moderate hard reddish wood. Tangile is one of the 7 local woods often referred to as a Philippine mahogany. Ideal for interior finishes, cabinets, boats, and buildings. For yakal, it is a resinous wood with a yellow to golden red tone. Is another local mahogany type. Um, Ideal for furnitures, for surface finishes, small weapons, and outdoor constructions. Actually, you can combine three species, tangile, yakal, and apitong. In one of my projects in Ayala, Labang, I use the tree for my main door. So yan, nakakita niyo naman yung nasa photos, no? On the right side, shows the main door. Um, the size of the main door is 1.8 by 2.1, and it cost me at around the 100,000 pesos. Ganun siya kamahal. Aside from the wood, the Philippines is also rich in minerals like gold, silver, nickel, copper, zinc, chromite. Clay can also be found in the Philippines. Clay for manufacturers of bricks, limestones, marbles, adobe, granite, asbestos, limes. We also have indigenous materials like bamboos, coconut trees, palms, nipa, and rattan. These are abundant in the countries, but are now used often in construction. The minerals which contain the raw metallic property of the metals are called as the mineral metals or the metallic minerals. The mineral metals are divided into three types: furious, non-furious, and precious metals. The furious are the one which contains the iron element. Examples of the furious are iron, manganese, nickel, and cobalt. The non-ferrous doesn't involve ionic properties. These are copper, zinc, lead, tin. The precious materials include the wearable ornament metals like gold, silver, and platinum. Limestone is a sedimentary rock composed mostly of mineral calcite and comprising about 15% of Earth's sedimentary crust. It is a basic building block of the construction industry, and the chief materials from aggregates, cement, lime, and building stones are made. Asbestos is shaped mineral fibers that are occur naturally. As an architect, I don't usually specify asbestos as one of the materials being used in construction. Marble is a metamorphic rock composed of recrystallized carbonate minerals, most commonly calcites or dolomite. Marble is typically not foliated, although there are exceptions. In construction, I used marble for exterior facades. We can also use marble in our flooring or use marble in countertops, kitchen countertops. Adobe is a building material made from earth and organic materials. Adobe is a Spanish for mud brick, but in some English speaking regions of Spanish heritage, the term is used to refer to any kind of earth construction. Most adobe buildings are similar in appearance to cove and rammed earth buildings. Granite can be used for exterior and interior finishes. We use granite for our flooring, walls, facade, even in kitchen countertops. Granite is a common type of felsic intrusive igneous rock that is granular and paniretic in texture. Granite can be predominantly white, pink, black, or gray in color. Coral stone or mactan stone is a kind of white coral stone quarried in the Philippines. This stone is especially good for building stone, masonry, pavers, monuments, pool copying, seals, or ornament stones for interior and exterior and other design projects. Another materials that we have is rattan. Rattan is being used by interior designers for furnitures. This can also be used for our interior accents. Abaca, also known as Manila hemp, has great economic importance, being harvested for its fiber. Itong abaca na to is, you can see this in Bicol. Halos marami doon because they use this abaca for in fashion and even in furnitures. Sawali refers to a woven split bamboo materials used in the Philippines to construct wall. It is commonly used materials in construction of nipa hut. Sawali is associated with lower income rural housing because it is inexpensive and because its raw materials are can easily be found in rural places. Materials being used here in our country is the nipa, or also known as nipa palm or mangrove. The scientific name is Nipa frusticans. Nipa is a species of palm native to the coastlines and storing habitats of Indian and the Pacific Oceans. The remaining eight slides will be more on the beliefs to obtain prosperity, or also known the Pinoy Feng Shui. Okay. Before discussing the Filipino Feng Shui, I would like you to meet architect Ernest Zarate, a fellow PIA, Philippine Institute of Architect. Um, Na-meet ko si Architect Zarate way back 12 years, I think 12 years ago. Um, Mabait, no? Down to earth, and meron siyang book entitled The Oro Plata Mata. If you're going to review the movies no ni Fernando Poe Jr. or FPJ, yan isa siya sa mga meron siyang mga minor roles no. Minsan abogado, minsan doktor no. So yun, meron tayong isang arkitektong artista. Unfortunately, I think in 2007, yun, namatay siya. I'm going to run down some of the Filipino feng shui. One is the umbilical cord of a child is inserted in the staircase so that the stringer would strongly connect itself to the girder. Silver coins, wine, cash, money, and metals are placed underneath the principal post for prosperous lives of the house dwellers. Ito ginagawa pa rin namin no, sa construction. Minsan nga, actually minsan, pagtapos na yung bahay, bago ka raw pumasok sa bahay, bago mo siya tirahan, kailangan mauna mo na yung bigas, asin, di ba? Tsaka asukal. That symbolize prosperity at the same time abundance, no? Hindi ka mawawalan ng tinatawag um, na pagkain, no? Sa pang-araw-araw. Another one is the chicken and other animals are killed and their blood splattered on all foundations and wall corners to ward off evil spirits that may be lurking in the area. Ito ay ginagawa pa rin. Yun lang, ano, after nga na mailagay yung blood no, sa mga foundations, tuwang-tuwa naman ngayon yung mga workers. Siyempre, meron silang um, pang-lunch, di ba? Pang-kain. Even the number of steps in the staircase or stairs must end either in oro or plata and never in mata. Because oro symbolizes gold, plata symbolizes silver, and mata is all about death. Well, actually, sa office namin, nung ako'y nag-work for more than 12 years as a senior architect, ito yung medyo hindi namin daw hindi pinaniniwalaan ng aming bossing. Kasi bakit daw malas ang mata? Eh yung aming CEO, ang family name niya is Mata. Di ba? So, another beliefs is stairs leading on the threshold of the main door must be odd number, preferably 5 or 7, to bring in wealth and prosperity to the family. Uh, for a more prosperous life, yung barya raw ay being nailed no, on top of the post. Hot pepper placed underneath the house will drive away evil spirits. Another belief is that bamboo materials used for the building of the house must be those cut during the month of December because they are more durable and are strong enough to withstand calamities. Poles shall be placed on one after the other in a clockwise directions for a strong house against typhoon. The four remaining slides will discuss about the misfortunes, wherein one, the death of any one of the workers during construction misfortunes will befall on the owner of the house. Cutting of old posts when reconstructing or renovating is done, the result in the loss of the wealth of one's wealth. We also have the last step of the stairs placed facing the main exit of the house brings bad luck. House built when the wife is pregnant or is about to give birth during that month brings bad luck to the family. Ito naman medyo hindi ata ako naniniwala. Kasi nung ako'y nagtrabaho noon, no, sa isang malaking kumpanya, yung aming boss, no, the president of the company, mas tuwang-tuwa siya. Lalo na pag ang kanyang staff, ah, or yung asawa ay buntis or manganganak. Dahil para sa kanya, it symbolize a new beginning. Parang mas buenas para sa kanya pag merong isa sa kanyang mga staff ay buntis. No? Another one is covering or putting an overhang over an anthill or punso or nuno sa punso incurs the wrath of the spirit living in the anthill. No? Ibig sabihin, bawal yun. Bawal na matakpan. No? Or bawal na galawin. Um, the fresh wood used in the building of the new house still contains a teardrop sap is a premonition of a real tear. In short, kung halimbawa merong isang kahoy na gagamitin for construction at may nakita na medyo dahil nga fresh, di ba? Ang component kasi ng isang kahoy or once na ginamit mo, lalo na pag masyadong um, or bagong putol pa lang yan, yan talagang meron talagang a teardrop or tear light, no? So para sa kanila pala is a premonitions of a real tear, totoong luha. Main door facing the setting sun of the west cause bad luck. If bamboo whose top already have been cut to the wind by the wind or storm shorten the life of the family members. Ito yung kinakatakutan yung balete tree. No? The balete tree is the dove of evil spirit. Ito raw ay binabahayan no, ng masasamang espiritu. So, kailangan no, wala siya doon sa isang site na pipiliin. The last slide under the misfortunes, number 20, a house built over the site of a newly cut tree subjects the owner of the house to experience a bad luck. House plan shaped like a cross portends a bad luck. And the basement placed in a flat surface indicates grave. This is precursors of early death in the family.